Ladies and gentlemen, let me ask you a simple question. How do you talk to yourself? If you take a moment to think about it, you'll realize that the words you use with yourself are shaping your reality, your confidence, your potential, and your results. Now, what if I told you that if you just change the way you talk to yourself for just 3 days, you could start to see a shift in your mindset, your energy, and your actions? Now, don't expect miracles, but if you're willing to commit to just 3 days, you'll start to notice something powerful at work, something that can shape the next 3,000 days of your life. The power of self-talk is something many people underestimate. We go about our days speaking to ourselves constantly, but we rarely stop to consider how those words shape our lives. You see, the conversation you have with yourself, whether spoken aloud or in the quiet of your mind, determines the course of your day, your actions, and your outlook on life. The words we choose to use with ourselves impact how we perceive the world around us and how we engage with it. Let's take a moment and think about the internal dialogue you have on a regular basis. Are you encouraging yourself? Are you speaking with confidence, belief, and optimism? Or are you often filled with doubt, self-criticism, and defeatist thoughts? What you say to yourself matters more than you may realize. If you start your day with phrases like, "I'm not good enough," or "I'll never be able to do this," your mind accepts these statements and begins to align your actions with those beliefs. This creates a cycle where your negative thinking leads to negative outcomes. The more you repeat these phrases, the more they become your truth, even if they are not reflective of your actual abilities or potential. On the other hand, when you speak positively to yourself, you are setting yourself up for success. When you say, "I am capable, I am resourceful," or "I can handle this," your mind starts to believe those things. Your internal narrative becomes more aligned with your potential, not with your limitations. The power of these positive affirmations lies not just in the words themselves, but in the confidence and action they inspire. And as it turns out, I had many, many years of imperfections. When we talk about the power of self-talk, it's important to understand that it's not just about making empty statements or repeating feel-good phrases without meaning. No, it's about changing your mindset and actively working to shift your perception of who you are and what you can do. It's about acknowledging the power of your own words and how they influence the trajectory of your life. Think of self-talk as a tool. It's a tool you can use to build yourself up, reframe challenges, and stay motivated when things get tough. But like any tool, it requires practice and intentional use. You don't just get good at using a tool overnight. It takes consistent effort and repetition. The same is true for your self-talk. When you begin to consciously alter your internal dialogue, you're engaging in what is known as cognitive restructuring. This is a psychological concept where you challenge and replace negative or irrational thoughts with more balanced and positive ones. It's about creating a shift in how you view yourself and the world around you. For example, if you are faced with a difficult project at work, instead of thinking, "This is too hard for me, I'll never get it done," try shifting your thought to something like, "This is challenging, but I've overcome challenges before, and I have the skills to figure this out." This simple shift can drastically change how you approach the task. Instead of feeling overwhelmed and defeated, you approach the challenge with confidence, resourcefulness, and a problem-solving attitude. Another key aspect of the power of self-talk is its ability to influence your emotions. Your thoughts and emotions are closely connected. When you think negatively about yourself or a situation, it naturally creates negative feelings of anxiety, fear, or sadness. Conversely, when you think positively, you create emotions of confidence, happiness, and hope. For instance, if you're preparing for an important presentation and your inner dialogue is full of self-doubt, you're likely to feel anxious, stressed, and unprepared. However, if you shift that self-talk to thoughts like, I've prepared for this, I know my material, and I am going to do well, your emotions will align with those thoughts, leading to a more positive experience. But the benefits of positive self-talk go beyond emotions and mindset. The way you speak to yourself also affects your behavior. Your actions are often a reflection of your beliefs. When you believe you can do something, you're more likely to take the necessary steps to achieve it. On the other hand, if you're constantly telling yourself that you can't, that you're not worthy, or that you're not capable, your actions will mirror those beliefs. You may procrastinate, avoid challenges, or simply give up before you've even started. Positive self-talk pushes you to take action, to step out of your comfort zone, and to move forward, even when the path ahead seems unclear. This is why it's essential to practice positive self-talk on a daily basis. It's not enough to say, I can do this once and expect everything to change. It's the repetition of positive, empowering statements over time that creates lasting change. Your mind is like a garden, and the thoughts you choose to plant are the seeds that will grow. If you plant seeds of self-doubt, fear, and negativity, you will grow a garden full of weeds. But if you plant seeds of confidence, strength, and possibility, you'll create a garden of success and growth. The best part? You don't need to wait for external circumstances to change in order for your self-talk to be effective. It's within your power to start changing your thoughts right now. You don't need permission from anyone else to believe in yourself. And you don't need anyone else's approval to speak kindly to yourself. You have the ability to transform your inner dialogue and, by doing so, transform your life. In conclusion, the power of self-talk is undeniable. The words you speak to yourself are not just empty phrases. They are the building blocks of your beliefs, emotions, and actions. When you speak positively to yourself, you create a mindset of possibility, confidence, and resilience. By making the choice to speak kindly and encouragingly to yourself, you can change your perspective, your behavior, and your future. And the best part? You have the power to do this at any moment. So take control of your self-talk today and watch as it transforms not only your thoughts, but your life as well. The difference between positive affirmations and negative self-talk is critical to understand, especially if you're serious about transforming your mindset and achieving success in life. It's easy to dismiss the concept of affirmations as mere feel-good phrases that sound nice, but don't have any real impact. However, the power of the words you use with yourself is undeniable. And the key lies in understanding how positive affirmations and negative self-talk play such contrasting roles in shaping your life. Let's begin by looking at what negative self-talk looks like. Negative self-talk is that inner dialogue that often arises in response to fear, doubt, or past experiences of failure. It's the voice inside your head telling you that you're not good enough, that you're not capable, or that things will never get better. It's the what-if scenarios that spiral out of control, amplifying your fears and insecurities. Negative self-talk tends to focus on your limitations, flaws, and perceived weaknesses. It's the voice that says things like, I'll never succeed, I'm not smart enough, or I always mess things up. This form of self-talk can be incredibly damaging because it affects how you see yourself and in turn how you act. When you tell yourself, I'm not good enough, you begin to believe that narrative. You hold yourself back from taking risks, trying new things, or pushing beyond your comfort zone because your mind has convinced you that you're not capable of success. Negative self-talk can paralyze you with fear, preventing you from even trying because you already believe you'll fail. The problem is that this kind of self-talk creates a self-fulfilling prophecy. When you keep telling yourself that you can't do something, you subconsciously prevent yourself from even attempting it or from putting forth your best effort. Moreover, negative self-talk impacts your emotions. It breeds feelings of inadequacy, frustration, and helplessness. You may experience a constant sense of defeat before you even begin any task. These negative emotions further reinforce the belief that you're not good enough, and the cycle continues. The more you listen to these thoughts, the stronger they become. They begin to define how you see yourself, the world, and your possibilities. And when you allow negative self-talk to go unchallenged, it becomes so deeply ingrained in your subconscious that it becomes a core part of your identity. Now let's shift our focus to the power of positive affirmations. Positive affirmations are consciously chosen statements that you repeat to yourself to help create a mindset of success, self-belief, and personal empowerment. The difference here is that affirmations focus on your strengths, abilities, and potential rather than your limitations. When you use positive affirmations, you're shifting your mindset from one of scarcity and doubt to one of abundance and possibility. Instead of telling yourself, I'm not good enough, you would affirm, I am capable and I have the ability to succeed. Instead of saying, I always mess things up, you would replace it with, I learn from my mistakes and improve every day. Growth mindset is committed to successfully meeting the mountaintops. The reason you see so many people is because failure. The key here is repetition. Positive affirmations work because they are not just fleeting thoughts. They are repeated, consistent declarations that reinforce your beliefs about yourself. By repeating these empowering statements daily, you begin to shift your thought patterns. Over time, the positive affirmations you say to yourself start to sink deep into your subconscious, altering your perception of what you are capable of. The more you say these affirmations, the more your mind starts to align with them, and your actions begin to reflect this newfound belief in yourself. The beauty of positive affirmations is that they don't require any external validation. You don't need anyone else to tell you that you're capable or that you're doing well. You become your own source of motivation and encouragement. You create your own sense of self-worth, and you become the one who lifts yourself up. Positive affirmations help you build resilience. They remind you that setbacks are not failures, but simply opportunities to learn and grow. They help you bounce back after challenges and encourage you to keep moving forward with determination and optimism. However, simply repeating positive affirmations is not enough. There's a key element that makes affirmations truly effective: belief. You have to believe what you're saying, even if you don't fully believe it in the beginning. This is where the power of repetition comes in. At first, your mind may resist these positive statements, especially if you've been used to negative self-talk for a long time. But as you continue to speak affirmations, you start to rewire your thinking. You begin to see evidence of your potential, and your confidence starts to grow. It may take time, but with consistent practice, your mind will eventually accept these affirmations as your truth. The real power of positive affirmations lies in their ability to shift your perception of what is possible. They help you reframe challenges. When faced with a difficult situation, your first thought might be, this is too hard, I can't do this. But with a strong affirmation practice, your inner dialogue might instead shift to, this is a challenge, but I have the skills and resourcefulness to tackle it. You begin to see obstacles as opportunities for growth, and you approach life with a more optimistic and solution-fixated mindset. There's also a deeper psychological mechanism at play here. When you speak affirmations with conviction, you activate what's known as the reticular activating system, RAS, in your brain. The RAS is responsible for filtering out information that is irrelevant and focusing on information that aligns with your beliefs. So when you consistently affirm positive beliefs about yourself, Your brain starts to notice opportunities, people, and situations that align with those beliefs. It's like turning on a radar that detects the very things you need to succeed. Suddenly, you start to see more possibilities, and you recognize opportunities that you might have otherwise missed. In essence, positive affirmations don't just help you feel good, they reshape your reality. They help you break free from limiting beliefs, and they encourage you to take bold, confident action toward your goals. While negative self-talk holds you back and keeps you stuck in a cycle of doubt, positive affirmations propel you forward, opening your mind to greater possibilities and inspiring you to take the necessary steps to bring those possibilities to life. So when faced with a choice between negative self-talk and positive affirmations, the impact of your choice is enormous. The former will trap you in a cycle of fear, procrastination, and missed opportunities. The latter will empower you, help you overcome challenges, and open up new avenues of growth and success. If you want to live a life that reflects your full potential, choose your words wisely. Choose words that uplift, encourage, and support your journey. Affirm your greatness every day and watch how your life begins to reflect the power of your positive self-talk. Consistency is often the most underestimated factor in achieving lasting change. When people set out to improve their lives, whether it's in their career, health, relationships, or personal development, they often expect dramatic results right away. They want the magic fix, the quick transformation that will change everything in an instant. However, the truth is, change doesn't happen overnight. It's the small, consistent actions you take every single day that lead to lasting progress. One of the reasons why consistency is so important is that it builds momentum. Think about a snowball rolling down a hill. At the top, the snowball is small, and the effect of it rolling may seem insignificant. But as the snowball continues to roll, it picks up more snow, it gains speed, and it grows larger. Eventually, that small snowball becomes a massive force, gaining enough power to move obstacles in its path. The same is true for your efforts in life. When you consistently take action, even if it's just small steps every day, you begin to build momentum. Over time, these small efforts compound into something much larger, something much more powerful. Consistency is what allows those small daily actions to accumulate into a significant result. Let's say your goal is to get in better shape. If you expect to see a transformation after just a couple of workouts or after a week of eating healthy, you're likely to be disappointed. The body doesn't change that quickly. But if you consistently work out, even just 20 to 30 minutes a day, and consistently eat nourishing foods, you'll begin to see and feel changes over time. The difference is that you've allowed the process to unfold gradually, and through consistent effort, the results begin to manifest. This applies not just to fitness, but to anything you want to improve in your life. This idea of consistency applies to your self-talk as well. If you want to shift from a mindset of self-doubt to one of self-belief, one positive thought or affirmation won't be enough. It's the daily repetition of empowering thoughts, even in the face of obstacles, that gradually rewires your mind and reinforces new patterns of thinking. Every day you choose to think positively, even if it's just for a few minutes, you are building new neural pathways that lead you to more confidence and self-belief. These new pathways, developed through consistency, will eventually replace the old negative thought patterns. But just like with fitness, this requires daily effort. Another reason why consistency is so powerful is that it fosters discipline. Discipline is the ability to continue taking action even when motivation wanes or when you encounter setbacks. Let's face it, motivation can be fleeting. There will be days when you don't feel like working on your goals, or when the excitement of a new project is worn off, But when you have the discipline to keep going despite how you feel, you create a sense of progress that is not dependent on motivation alone. Discipline comes from showing up every day whether you feel like it or not. It's the ability to take consistent action even when the initial excitement has faded and when you may feel tired, frustrated, or distracted. The key to maintaining discipline, especially when working toward a big goal, is to recognize that progress is not always linear. There will be days when you feel like you've made significant strides, and other days when you feel like you're stuck in place. But consistency helps you keep going, even on those days when you don't feel like you're making much progress. Over time, you begin to see that those off days don't define you. What matters is that you showed up, you took action, and you kept going. And when you look back after months or years of consistent effort, you'll see how far you've come. It's this steady, relentless pursuit of your goals that leads to real, lasting change. It's also important to recognize that consistency is not about perfection. It's about showing up day after day, even if you don't do it perfectly. For instance, if you're working on your health, you may have a day when you don't make the best food choices or when you skip a workout. That's okay. The key is to not let that one misstep derail your entire journey. Consistency is about getting back on track even after you slip up. It's about the long game. The fact that one mistake doesn't define your progress, but your willingness to continue despite those mistakes does. When you're consistent, you also start to develop confidence. This is another often overlooked benefit of consistent action. Each time you show up and do the work, no matter how small the step, you're proving to yourself that you can do it. Every action you take builds your self-trust. This is incredibly powerful because the more you trust yourself to follow through on your commitments, the more you build a positive feedback loop. When you consistently take action, you reinforce the belief that you are capable and that you can achieve whatever you set your mind to. This confidence becomes a key motivator in continuing your progress, even when faced with challenges or setbacks. Consistency also teaches you to manage expectations. So often, we become discouraged when we don't see immediate results. We expect rapid growth, but the reality is that change takes time. This is especially true when you're building a new skill or forming a new habit. You might feel like you're not making any progress in the first few days or weeks, but with consistency, those small incremental changes start to add up, and before you know it, you're seeing results. It's important to remember that progress is often invisible in the beginning, but if you stay consistent and trust the process, the results will come. One of the greatest rewards of consistency is the way it builds a sense of pride and accomplishment. When you stick to something, when you commit to your goals and continue to show up, even on the tough days, you start to feel proud of yourself. This pride fuels you to keep going, and it builds your resilience. You begin to realize that consistency isn't just about achieving your goals. It's about developing the kind of character and mindset that allows you to navigate the ups and downs of life with grace and perseverance. In conclusion, consistency is the foundation of real, lasting change. It's the key to achieving your goals, building self-belief, and developing the discipline that will carry you through the tough times. When you commit to consistent effort, no matter how small, you build momentum, discipline, and confidence. And over time, those small actions compound into significant transformation. Whether you're changing your mindset, building a new habit, or working toward a big goal, consistency is what will get you to the finish line. So don't wait for motivation to strike. Simply show up, take consistent action, and trust that your efforts will pay off. It's not about perfection. It's about persistence. And with persistence, everything is possible. The impact of your environment on your mindset and behavior is often more profound than you might realize. We tend to think of our environment as simply the physical space around us, the room we work in, the place we live, or the people we interact with. However, your environment is not just physical. It also includes the people you surround yourself with, the media you consume, and the attitudes and energy that permeate your surroundings. The reality is that your environment plays a significant role in shaping your thoughts, emotions, and actions. If you want to elevate your life, one of the most powerful changes you can make is to consciously curate your environment to support the person you want to become. The people you associate with are one of the most important factors in this equation. Jim Rohn famously said, "You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with." This is a powerful statement because it highlights the influence that others can have on you. Think about the people in your life, your close friends, family members, colleagues, and even acquaintances. Are they supportive, positive, and inspiring, or do they bring you down, criticize you, or feed you negativity? If your circle is filled with people who are negative, complacent, or unsupportive, it becomes harder for you to maintain a positive mindset and stay motivated toward your goals. Conversely, when you surround yourself with people who encourage you, challenge you to grow, and uplift your mindset, you're more likely to develop the same qualities within yourself. This doesn't mean that you should cut out everyone who isn't constantly positive or motivating. It's about being mindful of the energy you invite into your life and recognizing how much influence others have on your thoughts and behaviors. If you want to grow, it's essential to be around people who inspire you, people who believe in their potential and are working toward their own growth. These are the people who will push you to level up and challenge you in healthy ways. They will show you what's possible when you set your mind to something and will offer valuable perspectives and advice that can help you navigate obstacles. In addition to the people in your life, the media you consume plays a huge role in shaping your mindset. Whether it's the books you read, the shows you watch, the news you follow, or the social media accounts you engage with, all of these sources of information contribute to the narrative you tell yourself about the world and your place in it. If you're constantly consuming content that is negative, fear-based, or full of conflict and drama, it can significantly impact your outlook on life. You may begin to feel anxious, pessimistic, or fearful, and this can manifest in your actions. On the other hand, if you choose to consume content that is uplifting, educational, and inspiring, you will begin to see the world through a more optimistic lens. This shift in perspective can motivate you to take action, improve your mindset, and build the life you want. The information you expose yourself to also influences your beliefs. If you're constantly learning from books or people who inspire growth and progress, you'll start to adopt those same attitudes and beliefs. You'll start to see possibilities where you once saw limitations, and you'll begin to believe in your potential more strongly. Consuming content that aligns with your goals, whether it's personal development, entrepreneurship, health, or any other area of interest, can fuel your desire to take positive action and move closer to your aspirations. Your physical environment is also crucial in shaping your mindset and behavior. Think about your workspace, your home, or the places you spend time in daily. Is your environment organized, clean, and conducive to focus and productivity? Or is it cluttered, chaotic, and distracting? Your environment can either support or hinder your ability to think clearly and perform at your best. A cluttered, disorganized space can create mental clutter and overwhelm, making it difficult to focus and stay on track. On the other hand, a clean, organized space promotes clarity and allows you to be more productive and focused on your goals. Additionally, your environment should reflect the person you want to become. If you want to be successful in business, for example, surround yourself with items or imagery that remind you of your goals. Whether that's inspirational quotes, vision boards, or books that align with your aspirations. If you want to get fit, create a space that encourages physical activity, whether that's a gym at home or a place to practice yoga. Your physical space should serve as a reminder of what you're working toward and encourage you to take consistent action. It should also be a place that fosters peace and positivity, providing a sanctuary where you can recharge, reflect, and strategize. A sounding board meeting will cue you up. Another powerful aspect of your environment is the role that routine plays in your mindset. Routines provide structure and predictability, which can help you stay on track and maintain focus. A solid morning routine, for instance, can set the tone for your entire day. If you begin your day with positive rituals, such as meditation, reading, or exercise, you're more likely to approach the rest of the day with a clear and focused mindset. Similarly, a consistent evening routine can help you unwind and prepare for restful sleep, ensuring that you wake up the next day feeling refreshed and ready to take on new challenges. While your environment has the power to shape your thoughts and behaviors, it's important to remember that you have the ability to control your environment. You are not a passive observer. You are an active participant in creating the environment that best supports your growth. If you want to change your mindset and behaviors, start by taking a closer look at your surroundings. Are the people in your life inspiring you to be better? Are you consuming the right kind of information that fuels your success? Is your physical space conducive to focus and productivity? If not, take small, intentional steps to shift your environment to one that nurtures your goals and aspirations. Changing your environment may feel challenging at first, but the results will be worth it. When you surround yourself with positivity, clarity, and inspiration, you'll find it easier to stay motivated, focused, and productive. Your environment will no longer be a passive backdrop to your life, but an active force that propels you towards success. By intentionally curating the people, content, and spaces you engage with, you set yourself up for greater growth and fulfillment. Ultimately, the key to success lies not just in your mindset, but in the environment you create to support it. The impact of self-reflection cannot be overstated when it comes to personal development and growth. It's often said that in order to change, you must first understand who you are and where you are. Self-reflection is the process of looking inward, evaluating your thoughts, actions, and decisions, and determining what is working for you and what isn't. It's the mirror through which you can see yourself clearly, without distortion, and the tool that helps you learn from your experiences, successes, and mistakes. In the journey towards self-improvement, it is the ability to reflect on yourself and your life that allows for the necessary growth and transformation. At its core, self-reflection encourages you to pause and take inventory of your actions and thoughts. Without this pause, it's easy to continue moving through life on autopilot, responding to circumstances and events without truly understanding the deeper reasons behind your actions. Self-reflection helps you to examine your life, your decisions, and your habits, and it forces you to ask important questions about whether they align with the person you want to be or the goals you want to achieve. It is the process of getting honest with yourself and recognizing patterns that help guide you towards success, both positive and negative, that shape your reality. One of the most powerful aspects of self-reflection is that it allows you to acknowledge your strengths. When you take the time to reflect on your past achievements, whether big or small, you can celebrate your growth and remind yourself of your potential. Acknowledging your strengths gives you the confidence to tackle new challenges and reinforces the belief that you are capable of success. Often, we are so focused on what we want to improve or change that we forget to recognize what we are already doing well. Self-reflection provides a moment of clarity where you can look at your strengths objectively and recognize the progress you've made. However, self-reflection isn't just about acknowledging your successes. It's also about confronting your weaknesses and areas of growth. When you reflect on your actions and behaviors, it gives you the opportunity to identify where you may be falling short. This can be uncomfortable because it requires you to be honest about the ways in which you may have sabotaged your progress or missed opportunities. But without this level of honesty, it's difficult to learn from your mistakes. Self-reflection allows you to turn failures into lessons, recognizing what didn't work and asking yourself why. Instead of becoming discouraged by setbacks, you can view them as essential learning moments that offer valuable insights into how you can adjust your approach going forward. Additionally, self-reflection is key in developing emotional intelligence. By reflecting on your reactions to different situations, you become more aware of how your emotions influence your decisions and actions. This heightened self-awareness helps you respond more thoughtfully to challenges rather than reacting impulsively or based on emotions alone. Emotional intelligence is not about suppressing your emotions. It's about understanding them, acknowledging them, and learning to navigate them in a way that aligns with your long-term goals. Through self-reflection, you can identify triggers, understand patterns in your emotional responses, and develop strategies for maintaining emotional balance, even in stressful or difficult situations. Another significant benefit of self-reflection is that it fosters a sense of accountability. When you reflect on your actions and behaviors, you cannot blame others or external circumstances for your outcomes. Self-reflection encourages personal responsibility. It forces you to ask, what role did I play in the outcome of this situation? How did my thoughts, actions, or decisions contribute to where I am today? By accepting responsibility for your own life, you reclaim your power to make changes and take control of your future. This is liberating because it means you are not a victim of your circumstances, but rather the creator of your own destiny. With this shift in mindset, you become empowered to make deliberate choices that align with your values and goals. Consistency in self-reflection also creates the foundation for long-term change. You can't expect to make meaningful progress if you don't periodically check in with yourself. This is not a one-time exercise. It's a continuous practice that supports your growth. By regularly taking time to reflect on your thoughts and actions, you stay connected to your goals and the person you want to become. You develop the ability to adjust course when necessary and ensure that your actions are in alignment with your values. If you want to improve your health, for example, regular self-reflection helps you stay mindful of your eating habits, exercise routine, and the reasons behind your decisions. Without this process, it's easy to drift off course or become complacent, unaware of where you are deviating from your original intentions. Self-reflection also helps you to develop a clearer sense of purpose. When you take the time to examine your life, you begin to ask deeper questions about what you truly want. Do your current actions align with your long-term vision? Are you living a life that is meaningful to you? Often people get caught up in the day-to-day demands of life, work, family responsibilities, and lose sight of their true purpose. Through self-reflection, you reconnect with your values, your passions, and your goals. This clarity of purpose is a powerful motivator, helping you stay focused and determined even when obstacles arise. It gives you the inner drive to keep pushing forward, knowing that what you're working toward is meaningful and worth the effort. One of the most valuable aspects of self-reflection is that it provides the space for growth to occur. The process of examining your thoughts and behaviors encourages you to think critically about who you are and who you want to become. It forces you to move beyond surface-level thinking and consider the deeper, often more uncomfortable truths about yourself. This is where real transformation takes place. It's in this space of self-awareness and self-honesty that you can begin to identify limiting beliefs, unhealthy patterns, or outdated narratives that have been holding you back. From there, you can make intentional decisions to replace those negative influences with healthier, more empowering habits and beliefs. In conclusion, self-reflection is one of the most powerful tools for personal growth and development. It provides the clarity, awareness, and accountability necessary to create lasting change. It allows you to recognize your strengths, learn from your mistakes, and develop emotional intelligence. By regularly reflecting on your thoughts, behaviors, and actions, you take control of your life and chart a course toward your goals with purpose and intention. If you want to experience real transformation, you must be willing to spend time looking inward, evaluating your current path, and making the necessary adjustments to become the person you are meant to be. The more you reflect on yourself, the more you will discover the potential that lies within you, and the more you will be equipped to achieve your highest aspirations.